Hi guys, so we've received an army list from Heretic Hammer 01, and this is his Tomb Spider list. So it's Necron, Starl, one of your favourite.
Oh yes.
It's a 2,000 point list, so that's double Force Org again. So there's surely room for cheese in here.
Oh, I would love 2,000 points. Talk about fighting in the shade.
That's yeah, I know there'd be a lot of rockets. I think at that point. Okay, well first up there's the HQ choice, which is Emotek. 225 points for Emotek.
Emotek's got a lot of good stuff, but his main thing is night fighting.
Yeah, he makes it dark, doesn't he?
Yeah.
There's a CRYPTEK who's 55 points. He's a Harbinger of Destruction, has a solar pulse.
Night fighting again.
Night fighting. The troops choices then are 4 units of 10 warriors. They don't have any upgrades or anything, so they're 130 points each. Fast attack has 3 units of Scarabs. 1 unit of 7 bases for 105, another unit of 7 for 105, and a unit of 6 for 90. A heavy support choice is 6 units of 3 spiders for 900 points. Double Force Org organization.
That's why you can get so many spiders in.
Loads of spiders.
If we start at the top, I can see what's happening here, and I have faced this list, but it was in the last edition of the book.
Yeah.
It's making it dark.
This is almost a mixture of Scarab Farm and the sort of making it dark.
Oh well, Scarab Farm and making it dark, I faced.
Right.
I faced it with John. I faced it against John Stowe, and he managed with Emotek with the other CRYPTEK, the guy that allows you to re-roll a dice, to keep it dark for 6 turns. He kept it dark. My missile launchers then were restricted in their range, and they struggled. But he built and built and built Scarabs, and eventually they all attack me. But the thing is here, making it dark now doesn't work.
Making it dark is now a cover save, isn't it?
Yep, but as soon as I've got a searchlight, then I see you. All the rest of my arm. Once that first initial vehicle, or generally it's a vehicle now, sees you, lights you up at the end of that shooting phase, then everybody else sees that unit. So that there breeds the, let's annihilate this unit.
Yeah, that we can see.
Let's annihilate the one unit we can see.
And I don't know. Basically, if this is a Scarab Farm, which is what it is, it's loads of spiders birthing loads and loads of Scarabs. I think Heretic Hammer says roughly 15 a turn.
Yeah. You'd be wounding yourself as well. 1 in every 6 of them spiders would be wounding itself. So you'd be taking some wounds back. But as soon as you get down to 1 wound, that spider just decides no more birthing from here.
No more Scarabs.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen a fully mechanized list in a long time.
Except Guard. And I would fully expect, I know a lot of people chat about 60 boys, or just hordes of scum guardsmen parked in front of their tanks. They make you that buffer.
Well, here's the thing. Night fighting doesn't bother the Guard at all, because all their tanks have free searchlights.
Yeah,
and they're.
I know searchlights have really only got 36 plus whatever you can move range.
Well, still.
But the thing is, you can move most of them tanks up to 12 inches and snap fire one of your guns.
Yeah.
At that point, you go, my searchlight just saw that unit that was over 36 inches away.
You move one forward to see it.
And just snap fire one gun, and then all of a sudden it's lit up.
Well,
guys, basically what we're saying is night fighting for this army, I don't think it's achieving a lot for you.
No.
It's not.
No, well, let's think. The last one is, of course, in Guard. You've got that HQ that makes you re-roll your cover saves and all as well. So
fire my target,
I think.
And you've also got Master of Ordnance sat in there going, see you? What do I need to see you for? I'm calling it down from Battlestar Galactica. It's going to shoot at you.
It drops the bomb on you. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if night fighting helps Scarab Farm that much any longer, guys. Really, see for me, my old mate Vanguard Oberon, stuck in one of them units going, come on, fight me, I'll have lots of attacks whenever you feel to kill. Fight me, trust me, I've lost 13 blood claws, that dog. Fight me, I'm amazing. Vanguard Oberon would possibly be the guy I'd stick in there. Or, you know, maybe a Destroyer Lord hiding in one of them, or a couple of Destroyer Lords hiding in them units of Scarabs that are going to come forward and going to challenge you, do all the business. I don't see a point of mind shackles anymore because they go off like a grenade at the start of combat, so you challenge and then mind shackle the guy you've challenged.
Old Sick Citizen hasn't done an awful lot for
Necrons,
has it, really?
The more we look at it, the harder it's getting for Necrons. And our mate Rowan, who's now the Northern Ireland team captain, is struggling to try and find some allies to make his Necrons work.
Better, yeah.
But HQ-wise, really, I would possibly let go the night fighting. You know, a couple of good fighty Destroyer Lords is maybe your bet there.
I know. What about for troops? What about sticking in some Ghost Arcs as well?
Ghost Arcs are great. 4 hull points, guys, and they start off at AV13 armour. That they're hard to put down. I've faced these, and they're all getting jink all the time. You know, they're hard to put down.
And they're getting your warriors back up again.
And they're getting your warriors back up. You could have the number of guys in each one of them warriors units, possibly to get yourself in. Some Ghost Arcs, you know, would maybe be your way to go. But if you only want your troops to stand on your objectives, 4 times 10 is all right. But I don't know. I am more a fan of Immortals.
Immortals, that Tesla weapon, the Tesla gun
on average,
job was really good.
10 of them fire 10 shots, and 10 of them get 10 hits. So you're paying the extra few points, but I like them. Yeah. But Bog Standard Warrior's dead on. Nobody with a vehicle will want to come anywhere near you. If you're just parked on an objective and somebody's flyer goes zooming by, you go, we might as well rapid fire you with our Gauss weapons, because what's the downside for us?
Yeah, that's it. You know, I mean, it basically, as Darryl says, warriors are great anti-aircraft.
Well, they're your only anti-aircraft option.
Yeah, in this list, they're only anti-aircraft
Scarabs
option,
don't do well against aircraft.
Yeah. Well, the fast attack and heavy support, I suppose we can put them both together. Scarabs and Spiders. There's only 3 units of Scarabs there, and I understand that you can only increase those 3 units with your Spiders.
Yes.
You can't
so I don't
create new units.
Don't understand here if you could have possibly went, I'll have 6 units of Scarabs and 6 units of Spiders, because if one of your units of Scarabs gets wiped out, then you're down to boosting 2 units of Scarabs. If I was playing against this, I would do my best to either erase units of Scarabs to make the Spiders less effective, or to erase Spiders, but I wouldn't try and just soften a unit of Scarabs.
Yeah.
I would try focus fire and do all that nonsense to try and erase an entire unit. Then the thing is, if you're up against like Andy's tanks and guard, the more you have to clump in to Scarabs to get all the Tomb Spiders within range, to birth more Scarabs into them, the more you're getting into that lots of big blasts, manticores.
I would be dropping my blasts at the backs, at the Scarabs bases at the back, so you're trying to get Spiders as well. Yeah, at that point,
and try to make that gap that your Scarabs can't move off forward as quick, that your Spiders aren't as fast as them. The Spiders themselves, though, can fight a bit.
Yeah, the Spiders aren't bad at all.
Strength 6, toughness 6, 3 wounds.
Monstrous creatures. So they're they can be grenades. Grenades can get them, but still
they can. I have lost Terminators to these. They're a pain. They are. You've got quite a few of them in there. What's that? 9, 18 of them. They would almost be worth it using your Scarabs for a shield to get your Tomb Spiders into the fight.
Yeah, to get them to fight.
They really don't want to be fighting the usual suspects of Storm Shield, Thunderhammer, Termes. Somebody like some Mephiston could pop a few of them to death before they ever struck a blow. But they are a good fighting thing. People look at this Scarab Farm and they go, Scarabs. But the Tomb Spiders...
The spiders themselves are reasonably good.
Yeah.
They can take gloom prisms, of course, which basically gives you some anti-psychic.
A 4+ for you and units within, I think, 6 inches of you.
It's basically knocking, it's putting a
defense against
Jaws of the wolf. Yeah. Stuff. I don't. Maybe that was FAQ'd, and it just gives you an increase to your Deny the Witch.
No, it specifically states it in their book. I set the book on the ground that they get the 4+, so it is giving you anti-psyker, which Necrons need because they've got no real...
Other than Deny the Witch, of course.
Hope.
The hope to deny the witch.
Hope that the person perils, or you get to deny the witch against some of them, but I don't know, guys, if Scarab Farm still really works. I don't... the other thing...
Here's the thing, let's put it out to everybody who's watching. What do you think? Do you think that Scarab Farm is still as good as it was. Have you seen lots of mechanized lists? Maybe if you're playing at home and you're not playing at tournaments, you play against guys who have loads of Razorbacks. The old favourite, the Razorback spam.
I have quite a few of them sat on the shelf in dust.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, locally when we've been playing in tournaments, I've seen fewer and fewer mechanized lists or anybody running with basically transports and stuff like that. And I think possibly because Scarab Farm was a bit of a pain previously, and now people just aren't using them and haven't got back into the way of using it again.
The other thing I found whenever I played against this, 30 bases of Scarabs assaulted one of my units of Longfangs and killed 2 Longfangs. Because you just couldn't get enough of them into the fight.
Well, that's true enough. Well, I suppose the rules are slightly different.
They're better now.
You might get more of them in.
No,
so
you get less of them.
I might get fewer of them in, yeah.
The one advantage you have now is you're not taking extra fearless wounds.
Yeah.
That's your advantage. If you do manage to birth up big hordes of Scarabs and keep the other person fighting Scarabs over and over again, it's hard for us because we're both looking at horde armies. We're trying to tell Justin to build horde army of Chaos Marines. That then is sort of going. We're going first ahead of you Scarabs, and if we kill everybody within 3 inches of us, none of the rest of your Scarabs get in the fight.
Yeah.
You know, at the start of each phase, we kill everybody really close.
Of course, one of the things is as well, if your opponent is hiding on the other side of the board in a big fortification that they've bought, like a bastion or the
you would wipe in a bastion.
Those Scarabs are going to have a field day eating that.
They will have a field day. But I would dare say, if you play at your local gaming club or play against your mates every week in the house, all of a sudden, them bastions and Fortress of Redemption, it'll be no. Give us our cheap ass Aegis line there at this point.
That's one thing that's actually not here is an Aegis defense line. Are you mad? Everybody needs an
Aegis defense line with a drop one units that you're straight off the mark, or drop 2 spiders and get an Aegis with a quad gun, so you've got some anti-aircraft, because that orc jet fighter with all that
the Dagger jet.
Anybody, well, I think it's shooting's only strength 5, is it?
The Dagger jet? No, I think it's a bit stronger than that. It's got super shooters. So,
you really don't want to be facing that orc Dagger jet coming on and going, we've got no defense against this, and we're going to wah and fire
15, isn't it? 15 shots each one?
It's 3, yes. So we're going to fire a hideous number of shots.
15 or 16 or something that fires. It's a silly amount of shooting it has anyway, and the turn that they wah.
Yeah, anything that is got a big flamer template, or lots of flamer templates here.
The orc Scorcher Bomber. Or Burner Bomber, sorry.
You really don't want to be using these Scarabs to assault orc Burner Boys line.
Well, remember
Burner Boys in a battle wagon
for Scarabs, the big problem is as well, 6th edition has done you a real mischief because you have to take all those guys off the front.
Yeah, exactly. So, as you move forward, all the dead. Because whenever I played against John again, he kept bursting and bursting and bursting, but it was like a teardrop formation. Yeah. There's a huge big blob at the front that then charged into me. But now you're having to remove all that from the front every time you take wounds.
So on a really bad round of shooting, you could be moving back more than you've moved forward.
I played this at the weekend with my army against Guard, and they kept killing my front 3 Marines. So moving 6 inches and the front 3 guys dying, I was getting nowhere because I was running a very low distance. These are beasts though, they will move faster, but you'll still keep losing them guys at the front and all that snap fire as you charge into the combat. All them bolters are giving you no armor save. I'm virtually certain you have 5-up saves, so you need to get close to get in. But guys, we struggle to make Scarab Farm work. I know, can you do it?
Can you build anything for Necrons? What about a tournament size list of 1850? Can you do an 1850 Necron list? Because we've a friend who desperately needs a good Necron list. I tell you what, guys, why don't you drop some comments below? Tell us what you think, and if you have a Necron list that you want to send us, then again at the top of the website there's submissions, and just send us in a submission or suggestion, and we'll get the list. Okay, guys, we'll go on. We'll have a look at some more lists, and remember to send us stuff if you have any.